Basis of accounting is the accrual basis. In accrual basis of accounting, revenue and expenses are recognized in the period in which they occur instead of when they were received or paid. So when any act that will generate revenue or when any act that will result into an expense are being done by a business organization, then the revenue or the expense will be recognized and not on the basis of the actual payment or actual receipt of the revenue or the income. Revenue consideration. Revenue is recognized when it is earned or accrued. It takes into consideration all those incomes and gains and expenses or losses pertaining to the accounting period for which we are trying to ascertain the profits and losses, irrespective of the fact that whether the incomes are received in cash or not and expenses are paid in cash or not. So revenue and income, they will be accounted for the accounting period for which we are trying to ascertain the profit and the loss of that particular accounting year or accounting period, and it will not take into account whether the incomes are received or in cash or not, or whether the expenses have been paid in cash or not. If for example, I say that the total salaries of a business organization is rupees 1 lakh, out of which rupees 90,000 have been paid and 10,000 is yet to be paid. So we will account for the total salary that was to be paid in the accounting period, that will be rupees 1 lakh, not the actual amount that has been paid. That will not be taken into account. What will be taken into account is rupees 1 lakh. Therefore, in the profit and loss account, whatever actual amount has been paid, that will be taken, plus the outstanding part of that particular expense will be added, and the total amount will be shown as an expense of the accounting period. Accrual concept is the appropriate basis for accounting, and this concept has been said to be the most appropriate basis of doing accounting. Under this method, matching principle does not get violated because monetary transactions are taken into consideration when they accrue rather than when they are actually paid or received. So whenever a monetary transaction occurs, then they will be taken into consideration irrespective of the fact that they have been paid or received. Advantages. The following are the advantages of accrual basis of accounting. Number 1, show true and fair view. The accrual basis of accounting gives the true and fair view of the business enterprise because the transactions are recorded after following matching principle of accounting. Hence, transactions relating to outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued incomes and advance incomes are also considered, and capital and revenue items are distinguished. So this is said to be the most appropriate system of accounting because in this all the transactions are recorded after following the principle of after following the matching principle of accounting, and the transactions relating to outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued incomes and advanced incomes are also considered. In this accrual basis, the capital and the revenue items are easily distinguished. Number 2, consistency. in computation of profits. Cost of the fixed assets is allocated into the periods for which benefits are derived from it. Instead of charging the entire cost of fixed asset in the year in which it is acquired, the total cost if spread over the years. So the cost of the fixed assets is in accrual basis of accounting is allocated throughout the useful life of the asset and not on for the year in which the asset was acquired. Then third is in compliance with legal provisions. Accrual basis of accounting is recognized by the Companies Act 1956. This basis of accounting has been given legal status by the Companies Act 1956. The disadvantages of accrual basis of accounting are the following. Number one, complicated. It is a complicated basis of accounting. It is not as simple as in case of cash basis of accounting. Only the receipts of cash and the payments in cash will be recorded. Here the total expense and the total incomes of the year will be recorded, irrespective of the fact that they have been paid or they are yet to be paid, or they have been received or they are yet to be received. Then second is based on personal judgment. In some cases certain events are measured on the basis of certain estimates. Here judgment of the person who is estimating the events play a vital role in accounting. As in this system, that is the accrual system of accounting, certain estimates are also made, and it depends upon the person who is making the estimates, that whether they are wrong or whether they are right. Then another basis of accounting is hybrid basis of accounting. Under hybrid basis of accounting, revenue and assets are recorded on cash basis, but expenses and liabilities are recorded on accrual basis. In this system, revenues and assets, they are recorded on cash basis, and expenses and liabilities are recorded on accrual basis. This is the combination of cash and accrual basis. So here both cash basis and accrual basis are taken into consideration while preparing the books of accounts. It is based on the concept of conservatism, as under this system incomes are recognized in cash basis, that is when they are received in cash, and expenses are on accrual basis during the accounting period when they arise.